Hey everybody, this is Mike with Birdman Gaming, and again, we are probably still somewhere on the road. This will probably go up real late at night while I'm trying to get a little bit of rest. Um, because I will be in Indianapolis sometime today, tomorrow, whenever this is posted. I don't know when I'm going to schedule it yet. Probably somewhere around midnight, 1 o'clock, while I'm resting or transferring between buses. So, you may think that this is the same as the video that was posted earlier today. It is not. It's recorded on the same day, however, it is not going to be the same video. We are going to be going over the other deck that's going to Indianapolis with me in my gray and red Professor's deck box, the academic. First, we're going to reiterate that I'm going to be playing in the 5 p.m. Friday Commander Masters pre-con battle. This will be the deck box that's being rocked. And for whatever commander I'm getting, we'll be rocking this nice armor from the people at Silver Scale Games. I will link down in the profile. In the description. I forgot to say I'd do that in the last video that I recorded today. That's going up today. However, I am going to do that. I'm a huge believer in their products. They are faux leather on the inside, but airplane grade aluminum on the outside. They have a deal where if you buy 3 or more from them, you get free shipping. They do retail at $22 each, but they are based in New Zealand. So if you're buying here in the States, you save a whole lot. If you're buying 2, you might as well get the 3rd because the shipping is going to be the same price, basically, if not more. So I'm a firm believer in their products. I will promote them until the end of time. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I did buy the products I got from them. I bought that. I bought this, which is on the commander for this deck. And as you can see, it's got the name of the channel right there. And I'll get it a little bit closer to the camera so you can see it a little bit better. Very clean design. I did design these myself. They have a crafter to where you can actually design them the way you want them and get them crafted. Now, who's the commander that I'm going to be showing off that I'm bringing with me? There's a funny story about this guy. In 2010, I had a couple friends that were playing Commander. I always told them that I would never get into the format. Because, of course, dual lands, having to, get older cards and everything, and some of those can get quite pricey. At the time, I was a big standard player, a little bit extended, but not much. But I was in 60-card rotatable formats. Then they screwed up and they spoiled this guy. And that was in 2010. This set didn't drop until 2011. I think it might have been 2010, and I told everybody in 09. I don't know. It was weird back then. But they spoiled this guy. And I'm like, well, now I have to get into this format. Because this guy is my favorite deck archetype. And the guy I'm talking about is Karador Ghost Chieftain. Now, he is being reprinted in Commander Masters. However, this is the Judge promo. I absolutely love playing Reanimator, which is what this deck is Reanimator. And he is in a sleeve from Prismatic Defender, which is given the sparkly effect, and a Perfect Fit Hard from KMC. And as you can see, slots right back in, nice and neat. And you can hear that's a very sturdy holder. So let's start off with this showing off of the deck with our lands. And we'll start off with our basics. And they are all the same art from the same set. So we start off with our forests. I think it's 9 or 10 of each basic. Let's see, 5. Yep, 5 of each. So 10 of each rather. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. So there's 30 basics there. We are leaving 2 commander decks here at the house. We're leaving Azusa and Tiny Bones. I just don't have a lot of room to carry extra decks with me. I'm taking my 2 main played decks with me because that's what I plan on playing when I'm not playing in other events. So, we of course have a Reliquary Tower, Yavimaya, Murmuring Bosque, Indatha Triome, then we have our Shocks and Fetches, which I'll do the fetches first, then the shocks. Of course, Fabled Passage to get one of the basics if we need it. Verdant, Windswept, Marsh Flats. Our shocks are Godless Shrine, Overgrown Tomb, and Temple Garden. And that's it on those. Then we have a Vesuva, a Command Tower, and this is just something pretty. Foil Japanese Takenuma. I always forget what it does. It's something to do with reanimation. I always have to look it up. I'm not going to lie. However, it is a Takenuma from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Now, let's get into our artifacts. So we don't have as many artifacts as we did with the last deck. First, let's start off with our mana rocks. We have our Soul Ring. These are your normal cards. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Mana Vault, Mana Crypt. Then we have our sack outlets. Phyrexian Altar, Altar of Dementia. Because we want to feed our graveyard, of course, you know. And then we have Null Brooch, which is a card that's super secret tech for this deck. Null Brooch says it's a 4-drop artifact. Pay 2, tap it. Discard your hand, counter target non-creature spell. Play this ability as an interrupt or as an instant. I'm playing Reanimator. So I'm wanting to pitch my creatures to my graveyard so I can just reanimate them for cheaper or later on in the game when I need them. Plus it discounts Karador's cost. So, of course, I'm wanting creatures in the yard. Next, I think we only had one enchantment. Yep, one enchantment. We have a Greater Good. Another sack outlet. sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the creature's power, and then discard 3 cards, feeding the graveyard. Next is our instant sorceries and planeswalkers, which is quite a bit, honestly. So, first instant, we've got our Mana Tithe. Early game disruption's always good. Plus, that paying an additional 1 usually hurts the opponent. Now we're in our tutors. We've got our Entomb, which searches for any card, puts it in our graveyard. Then Vampiric Tutor searches for any card, puts it on top of our library. Then our removal suite is Putrefy, Vanishing Verse, K-Grip, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares, and Saw in Half. Another really fun card, especially in this deck, because I can target my own stuff with it. And there's a specific card in this deck that I can target with and get 100% value out of it. So, also it'd be great to target a Worm Coil Engine with it. If I had one in this deck, which I don't, honestly. Which sucks, because I want a Worm Coil. I want to be able to live the dream. Our sorceries, we'll start off with our tutors. We've got a Dig Up, Diabolic Intent, Profane. We've got a Grim, Buried Alive, Imperial Seal, Unmarked Grave, and the one that you're already thinking, where is it? Japanese Foil, Demonic Tutor. Why? Because why not? Next is our couple of pieces of reanimation. We've got an Unearth. We have a Persist. And we have a Victimize. Then comes our removal. We have Damn and Vindicate. Little bit of Mana Ramp, I think it is. Yeah, mass removal and ramping with Culling Ritual. Then our Walkers. First, we will talk about Vraska, which is just she's a fun card. She's card draw, removal. I don't care about the ult. Just card draw and removal. Really good card. Then comes Grist the Hungertide, which in this deck I can ult and then I can reanimate with Karador. Because if he's in any other zone than in play, he counts as a 1/1 insect. Which means he's a creature and he can be reanimated. He can also be searched out with a worldly tutor if I was running it, which I don't have one in this deck. Now we are at our creature base. Double checking. Yep, this is all creatures. So we, of course, have our Solemn Simulacrum, Priest of the Fellrights, Fauna Shaman, which helps me tutor out for other creatures. Discard a creature, search for another creature. This guy is a great target for Saw in Half, because when he dies, I get to return a non-rogue creature card with equal or less power from my graveyard to the battlefield. Okay? Which I can get a Karmic Guide when he dies. And then I get 2 tokens as well. And whenever another creature dies, I can draw a card and discard a card. If I discard a creature card, he gets a +1/+1 counter with Connive, which increases the power to where I can start going ham. Titan of Industry, because you want your big reanimated targets. Puppeteer Click, again. Junji, great when it dies. Triggers. Rift Sweeper, to get something that's been exiled back, shuffled in. Eternal Witness. Grave Titan, because he brings friends. Whisper, which is just another a reverse Vindicate. Sacrifice 2 dudes, get 1 from your yard. Shadowborn Demon. Revelark. Yosai, another good death trigger. Shadrix, great enter the battlefield effect. Sakura Tribuilder, because of course you're going to sacrifice it to get your lands that you need. We have a Diamond Lion, which is a cheap way to do Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't have Lion's Eye Diamond money. This is also a creature, so when you sacrifice it for mana and pitch your hand, it adds another to the cost reduction for Karador. Then we have our Praetors. We have a Shieldred, the Whispering One, which on my upkeep, I get a creature back from the yard. On everybody else's upkeep, they sacrifice something. Elish Norn, Grand Cenobite. All my dudes get +2/+2. All your dudes get -2/-2. And then Soul's Attendant and Essence Warden, which, of course, every time a creature enters the battlefield, I gain a life on each one of those. That's the entire creature suite for this deck. Very fun, very good deck. It is silly. I've actually went off on turn 4 with this deck before, without having to play Karador at all. So it happened one time, and that was basically with a God Hand. So, like I said in the last video, if you're at Gen Con, come up and say, hey, I'm going to be playing in the pre-construct battle on Friday at 5 p.m. I will be playing random games through the entire convention. I'm going to try and qualify for the Gen Con Championships. Probably on Thursday. I haven't really decided what my schedule is yet. I'm still looking at the event schedule and everything. But if I do that, I'm going to be playing Limited. And it's going to be Lord of the Rings Limited, which is fine by me. I enjoy the set. I'm probably going to draft a couple times for Commander Masters, because why wouldn't I? And I'm just going to have fun, you know. I hope to see you there. Let me know that you've subscribed to the channel. If you've, shared videos, gotten friends to subscribe, I greatly appreciate you. And, of course, again, like, comment, subscribe, share these videos. Let's see if we can hit 100 subscribers by, let's see, it's technically August 1st now, mid-September. That gives us about 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks. let's see if we can hit that. It's only 36 more subscribers, so not that difficult. And I always try and put good out in the world. As you guys know, you guys have seen my videos if you've been with me a long time. So, as always, remember, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I love you guys. And I will see you in Indianapolis.